Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? The holiday season and patreon.com/inkdependence, where you can join us to support the channel, get ad-free videos, and access to our exclusive Discord community. I'll see you over there. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today we're going to go into day 8 of the Diamine Inkvent Calendar here. This is the teal edition for 2025, brought to us by Truphae. Thank you very much, Truphae, for sending this out. I appreciate it. Go and check them out in South Carolina or online at truphaeink.com. Where's the 8? I see an 18, a 9, where's the 8? There it is. Of course, right in the center. Right there. Right there. All right. So, not a standard because it doesn't have the black text. Yeah. Ooh, extreme sheen. All right. Well, let's get in here and see what we've got. Oh, I did change the washi tape up there. This one was just not cutting it. The little decals on the edge, I think, just kept catching on stuff and getting pulled off as I took this in and out of drawers. So that one goes away. Nice big broad poinsettia? Poinsettias and hollies. There we go. All right. Oh, there's Day 7 blush. We are there already. So this is our first extreme sheen ink. This one had some sheen. That's got some sheen, but not extreme sheen. So I guess we'll see what extreme is in this series. Oh, it's called Dreamcatcher. Oh. No. Okay, I'm going to call that good, although it is still kind of tacky. That actually is what it's going to look like as it fully dries. You might get a little bit more of the blue. Audrey pulled more of the blue out when she did her swatch. Mine, man, it really, there's like one little bit there of blue. That is, it's tough to see what color that is. That is extreme indeed. Diamine is well known for doing the extremely sheeny, like blue with like red sheen situation that we got going on here. So I have quite a few inks to show next to these. So let's get going. Okay, we're going to try it like this because the sheen is really freaking my camera out, and it's finding it hard to focus because, like, I don't know what to do about this. So we'll start off with sort of I guess the one that started it all for these big sheeners, and then kind of go into some random brands and then a bunch of Diamine, because Diamine is known for this super sheen action. So here's the OG. This is Organic Studio Nitrogen Royal Blue. You can see a little bit smeared off there. That is a thing with nitrogen. This is a hard ink to use. It can be very thick, and it can it's one of those inks that people tend to thin out a little bit with some distilled water, just a tiny bit, otherwise it'll be real dry. But that does seem to help this one. But tons of sheen. This one is a darker blue than you get with nitrogen, but this is the OG, the original gangsta of those super sheener blues. Then we have Vinta. This is Vinta Maharlika, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but that is pretty darn close, I think. It ends up looking a little bit more purple because of the sheen there, but I do think the blues in here are pretty comparable, and the sheen is pretty comparable as well. So that one's pretty close. And this one is Colorverse NASA Blue, which was a Dromgoals exclusive a while back. I'm not sure if they still have NASA Blue or not, but this is one of my favorites of these extremely sheeny inks. It behaves really well. It looks great. Just Colorverse does a really good job with these as well. They don't do quite as many, but when they do, they're quite good. I think the colors are pretty close, although this one's looking more purplish than this one. I'm not sure if that's because of the sheen or because of the color. It's kind of hard to say with these turbo sheeners. Next up, this is Van Diemen's Underwater series, Blue Ringed Octopus. There are a few inks of this Blue Ringed Octopus as a mascot or a muse, I suppose. It's a very evocative little critter. This one has less sheen, and the sheen is more pink than this one, but similar kinds of blue hue there. Then we're going to get into some diamonds. There are a bunch of diamonds like this, so I decided to just pull a bunch of the blue sheeny ones that I have. This one is called Jalur Gemalang, or Gemalang, maybe. This is for a pen gallery in Malaysia, another exclusive ink. It's actually kind of hard to get, but I got this sample from Rick. Actually, did I get a bottle of this? I might have a bottle of this, actually, that I got from Rick. Really cool looking ink here. I think the blue on this one is definitely a lot brighter than the one for Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher seems like a darker, more moody sort of blue there. Then we've got Ruby Blues, which was from the 2021 Inkvent years ago. That I got from Lemur Ink back then. But the blues are, this again, I think the blue is a bit lighter than it is in this one. This one's more of like a navy with that sheen instead of the brighter blues that they sometimes do. Then we have Diamine Skull and Roses, which is one of my very favorites of the Super Sheeners. This one and that NASA Blue I think are really tops for me because this is a very stable Super Sheener. You can see there's a little bit of blue smudges over here, but I don't think that's actually from... That's not actually from the ink. That's from other things. This one's actually pretty stable. A lot of times the sheen will kind of rub off, or if you have slightly moist fingers, you can move it or it'll get on your fingers. Skull and Roses seems pretty darn good at that, and I think the blue here is fairly comparable, although this one might lean a little bit more purpley than that one does. Then next up, Diamine Maureen, which I got as a sample from my friend Sandra. And this is a really nice Maureen. This is a really nice Maureen. This is a really nice ink. I like these named inks quite a lot. They end up being very cool. And Maureen, I think, is kind of close, but again, a brighter blue. It's interesting that this is a dark blue with this sheen, and most of the ones I've been showing you are a much brighter blue. This is Polar Glow from the original Inkvent, the OG Inkvent back in 2019. Pretty darn close, I think, Polar Glow, although again, brighter blue base. Interesting. Last one. This one I got from Barb. This is Diamine Bloody Brexit, which I want to say this is probably it's like a Cult Pens ink or something like that. I forget exactly where this was, and I didn't write it down on here. Bad Mike. I wasn't doing as good as samples last couple of years, but pretty close. I think less sheen on Bloody Brexit. It's slightly less bloody than the Dreamcatcher. I tried to draw a Dreamcatcher up there. I was gonna try to draw a catcher's mitt or something. This is a Native American sort of traditional craft for catching bad dreams, I believe, but I'm not up on the lore, and I hope I didn't misrepresent the Dreamcatcher there. If I did, sorry about that. I was just kind of doing it from vague memory. So there you go. This is a very interesting ink. Super Sheener. I'm curious to see how it'll work in a pen. It does have a fairly long dry time here. Let's see if we're done. Yeah, we're dry now. It's really hard to tell when these are dry. Because, well, actually, that finger's already got blue on it. It's okay. It's hard to tell when they're dry because they're just so darn shiny. I mean, here's the real close-up of this thing now that it's dry. Just metallic all over the place there. Pretty wild. So, there you go. All right, that's day 8 Dreamcatcher. Until tomorrow, day 9. Think what you put out in the world and make it a dreamier place. That's it. Peace out, everybody.